Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Akira here, and before we get into today's video, there's something I'd like to say. I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time. So, if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Secondly, if you didn't know, only 25% of you guys are subscribed to us. So, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So, in this lovely deep dive, we are going into the Pokemon mascot himself, Pikachu. But not just any average everyday Pikachu, Ash's Pikachu. This version of Pikachu is arguably the most powerful Pikachu in the entire series, at least in the anime. Now, let's get into the physical traits of Pikachu. Also, before we begin, whenever I mention years, it's in real life, not in the actual show, since time does not pass no matter how many times they say it. But with that out of the way, let's get back to the explaining. Pikachu is, well, Pikachu. I don't think I need to describe him. I think most people will know him, or at least have a general idea of what he looks like. The only confusion is if he is a chunky boy, or a lean me electric generating machine. Ash's Pikachu is no different outside of having special powers, unlike other Pikachus. Ash's Pikachu's backstory was a mystery for most anime fans, until the recent Pokemon series finally gave us some light on his past, which I will get into right now. So Pikachu was once a Pichu, which is essential since it does mean he could learn Full Tackle even in the context of the video game timelines. But that is not that important to the story. He lived in the forest around a small town called Pelotown. It lived its normal life in the wild, until one day it fell off a cliff and was saved by a Kangaskhan. She saw that this young, innocent Pichu had nowhere to go, so she placed him in her pouch and officially under care along with her baby. Though carrying both kids was becoming a burden on the mother due to them both growing up. Pichu noticed this and felt terrible, so one night, when the Kangaskhan pack was asleep, he exited the mother Kangaskhan's pouch and left. But before leaving, he said goodbye and was grateful for what she did for him. This feeling triggered Pichu's evolution into the iconic Pikachu that we have known for the last 23 years. Sometime after evolving, he was captured by Professor Oak, and that led to him joining Ash Ketchum, being his starter. At first, he did not obey Ash at all. This is likely due to being a newly caught wild Pokemon, but most likely is because he does not like being in a Pokeball. We still don't know exactly why he dislikes being in a Pokeball, except for the obvious reason, of course. Due to Pikachu being a douche, Ash accidentally threw a rock at a Sparrow when he first thought it was a Pidgey. Ash and Pikachu were forced to run away, dive into the river, and get pulled ashore by Misty. Her reward was having her bike stolen by Ash, and later destroyed by Pikachu, who unleashed a powerful electric attack against the horde of sparrows to save Ash, who stood before him as a shield. This was the movement that formed a beautiful friendship that formed and lasted for 23 years straight. We learned the characteristics of this small electric mouse, and he's a loyal buddy of not only Ash, but also the friends of Ash and their Pokemon. Pikachu likes battling like his trainer, and gives the best he can in each and every fight. Pikachu is not one to complain about his loss, especially when Ash reassures him that he did the best he could have done. Though Pikachu is very friendly, he has parts that he does not like being touched or rubbed, namely his cheeks and tail, because they are both very sensitive for him. And if you do either, he sends a thunderbolt for the idiot who dares touch a mouse that can bust mountains and hurt the god of all Pokemon, Arceus. The electric mouse is a big brother of many of Ash's Pokemon, as well as the other trainers' Pokemon that are along with Ash on his journey of the region they are in. Two examples would be Misty's Togepi, definitely, and a pair of Wild Pichu during one of the Pokemon specials. Pikachu's top favourite things are, at number 3, Buneary, which is a cute ship, though not as good as number 1, but we will get into that later. 2, Ash, what you expect. And number 1 is the thing Pikachu will die for, which is ketchup. Yes, Pikachu loves ketchup, so much so he cried when one died, and it's actually sad. Can we have a moment of silence? Pikachu also loves orange juice, but it is not even close to his wife Ketchup. Pikachu has been the victim of most of Team Rocket's catching attempts, but still, Team Rocket does care about Pikachu. which can be seen when they are cheering for Pikachu to beat Lieutenant Surge's Raichu after being wrecked the first time around. Though, out of the 3 Team Rocket members, Meowth and Pikachu have the most screen time together and many times work together and talk with each other friendly sometimes. Next up, I will be talking about the abilities Pikachu has, and moves he has or had in his arsenal. But first, you think that's it? Wrong! Before we get back into the dive, I would like to say that we've got a third channel called Anime Theory. Anime Theory mainly focuses on a large variety of mind-boggling anime theories. Now, in case you guys didn't know, we are a secondary channel to our main channel, We the Celestials. We the Celestials is full of fun what-if stories. If you have the sugar tooth for great storytelling, please give that channel a visit as well. If you are interested in the content we share with all channels, make sure you click the icon on the top right corner or check the description below for a link to the channel. Now, with that out of the way, let's get back into the dive. Now onto the moves and abilities of Ash's special Pikachu. First off, we need to talk about Pikachu's magical ability to replicate any Pokemon with his imitations. For fun, let's go through them all in a fun way. Pokemon Rep Style! Brook, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Ash, Psyduck, Lickitung, Noctowl, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Viper, Cacnea, Meowth, Torchic, Mudkip, Trico, Lotet, Corphish, Growlithe, Torkoal, Wobbuffet, Loudred, Budew, Turtwig, Heat, Rotom, Staraptor, Bunbury, Scolipede, Azumarill, Axew, Sharpedo, Blaziken, and lastly, Popplio. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank the writer for being a creative genius and also because I am forced to say it. Anyway, the next power of Pikachu is a language called Pikaspeak, which is not the official name, but Team Rocket refers to it as common ways Pikachu speak that mean something. So here we go. Pikapi is used when referring to Ash, and it sounds a lot like Satoshi, which is Ash's Japanese name. Pikachu P refers to Misty. Pikachu refers to Team Rocket. And the last one I will share is Pika Pika, which is Pikachu's way of saying goodbye. But this is not the end, as we still got to talk about Pikachu's physical stats and moves. Ash's Pikachu is easily one of the strongest Pikachus. One example is that Meowth remarks that Pikachu's might far exceeds his evolutionary level. Granted, Meowth's word should not be taken as the word of God, but what he says does hold weight when you consider Pikachu has often fought fully evolved Pokemon and won many times, and if not, he does considerable damage to them. Now onto the move list of Pikachu, and start with Thundershock. The first move it had, like most Pikachus, but it quickly got replaced when facing Brock with the iconic and always useful Thunderbolt, which is the oldest move in Pikachu's arsenal. During the rematch with Lieutenant Surge, Ash's Pikachu uses its speed to wear down Raichu and used its tail to avoid Raichu's thunder attack. He defeated Raichu with a tail slap, which you could consider the prototype to the move Iron Tail, but it's actually referred to as Shocking Tail. Pikachu also had a battle against Drake's Ditto in Hello Pumelo. During that battle, Pikachu had Agility, which can boost Pikachu's speed, and the move Quick Attack, which allowed Pikachu to hit first most of the time. Pikachu used one of the strongest electric attacks Pikachu can learn, the mighty Thunder. Thunder Mouse, ho! If you get the reference, like this please, the writer is lonely. Pikachu learns this move fighting Sabrina's Abra, which didn't help. Primarily when it evolved into Kadabra, Pikachu learned the move Double Edge for a short time when fighting Richie, but it was not enough to win, primarily due to Team Rocket wearing him down before the match. Then there are two moves that Pikachu can't learn, those being Tackle and Leer. Though one time he used Leer to mock Giselle's Cubone in the School of Hard Knocks. Now to the iconic move of Ash's Pikachu, Iron Tail. This was the move that was used to beat the first gym, which was just another rock and ground type gym, where Ash and Pikachu fought a fierce battle against Brock's Onix. Pikachu's latest move is Electro Web, which is a very versatile move. Pikachu uses it to trap foes under it, to shield himself with it, or simply uses it as a trampoline. It is a more versatile move than Electro Ball, which is basically just a sphere of electric energy that replaces Pikachu's best move, Full Tackle. This move has taken down 2 legendaries, and I think we can all agree that this is the most hyped move in Pikachu's arsenal. Pikachu is not limited to those moves in the video games. These moves are dubbed and improvised, and we talked about a few so far, so let's get the rest before we get into the big boy moves. First up is the mighty Rocket Punch. which is a move Pikachu used when boxing Anthony's Hitmonchan during the episode The Punchy Pokemon. And it is not as flashy as the name implies. Up next is Deus Ex Machina, Thunder Armor, which Pikachu and Swallow used to defeat Tate and Lisa, Solrock and Lunatone. They did this by hitting themselves with thunder and absorbing it, which made them more durable and coated in gold electric energy. Then we have one of Ash's more creative moves, the Counter Shield. This move is not only used by Pikachu, but also by Chimchar and Weasel on Ash's Sinnoh team. Pikachu performs this move by using Thunderbolt while spinning on his back. This creates an electric barrier that shields him from attacks. It is sort of like a tornado, but not really. During Alola, Ash got access to Z moves, and this is the list of Z moves that Pikachu used during that part of the story. First up is Gigavolt Havoc, in which Pikachu forms a large amount of electricity to form a ball that could be considered a giant Electro Ball. Pikachu punches the ball at the victim of this powerful electric attack, but those were the lucky ones that did not suffer from Pikachu's mightiest move, which we will save for last. So enjoy the wait. Next up is Breakneck Blitz, which is a powerful, full-speed body slam attack. The best way to describe this Z move is Double Edge Squared. Pikachu has access to the Steel-type Z move Corkscrew Crash, which Pikachu uses by hopping into the air, turning him into a massive yellow drill that can cause quite the blow to a target. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, 10,000-fold Thunderbolt! Easily the strongest Z move in Pikachu's arsenal, and exclusive to Ash's Pikachu in the game and in the anime. Pikachu wears Ash's hat, and, like most Z moves, mimic the poses of its trainer to build up energy to use the Z move. Pikachu becomes coated in a massive amount of energy before hopping into the air and unleashing a rainbow of bolts of energy to blow your opponent up. This move alone was able to overpower the Z move of the legendary Pokemon Tapu Koko. Now, to the finale. Let's end it on a high note, or should I say, a big note. Hate the writer, not the voice actor. So we arrive at the Gigantamax form of Ash's Pikachu, which is a recent upgrade form for him. In this giant kaiju form, he was able to fight the champion Leon's Charizard, and defeated Lance, a fellow champion from the Kanto Johto region. Moves he has in Gigantamax form are Max Steel Spike, which sends a wave of spikes towards an opponent when Pikachu swings his white glowing tail. Max Strike, which is basically an earthquake, with Pikachu jumping into the air and slamming into the ground, and the shockwave is what hits the opponent. And lastly, G-Max Volt Crash, which is Pikachu firing electric energy into the clouds above, which in turn come down on the opponent in the shape of Pikachu's tail. Max Strike, which is basically an earthquake. That is all, folks! I hope you enjoy this deep dive of Ash's Pikachu, and I hope you like it so the writer can go into Ash's other Pokemon. So like this video if you be interested in this, or like the video in general. Thank you all for watching the video to the end. Now there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Lastly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank the writer for this video, as well as the editors for this video. Their details will be in the description below. If you're a voice actor, editor, or writer, or you're interested in becoming one of those, go to the Discord that is in the description of this video, and hit up the head of one of those areas. We're always looking for members to join us. That's it from us for today's video. So thank you all for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested, and hit that like button if you liked the video. Until next time, peace out mortals, have an amazing day.